Hello, this is Edie from Virtually in Sync, and I'm coming in with a Facebook Live today. Okay, everybody's up and running. I'm coming in today with a Facebook Live because I actually got a question today, and I decided to respond by just doing a Facebook Live as opposed to emailing. And the question was exactly what is it that I do, and specifically what is it that I do as a video strategist. So in a nutshell, what I do is I basically help my clients, or you, confidently create videos that will convert and attract your ideal clients so that you can get paid. That's it in a nutshell. More specifically, who do I work with? Can range from, being generic to online entrepreneurs to very specific people that are strategists, that are experts, that are coaches, whether it be life coach or business coach, spiritual coaches. I can work with trainers and authors and speakers, but they all have a common denominator that is a common theme that's running through the issues that they're facing with the visibility or lack thereof in their business. And one of them is that they have an inconsistent cash flow, and that inconsistency is due to the lack of a know, like, and trust factor. And so if people don't know you, if they don't like you, if they don't trust you, it's going to limit the amount of times that you're going to be able to get business. And so it's going to take a minute for them to really gradually start to trust that you are the person in whatever desired field it is that you're in. So you want to make sure that you have the capability of minimizing or shortening that know, like, and trust factor time frame. And the best way to do that is through using videos. You can post to your heart's content on Facebook and on Instagram and on all of the other social media platforms, but video just shortens that know, like, and trust factor because they can actually see you. They can actually hear you. They know what your voice sounds like. They know what your mannerisms are. They can tell if you have some sort of a sense of humor or if you're very stiff or serious. And based on all of those things, they can decide for themselves, okay, yeah, this is somebody that not only is their message resonating with me and they're saying something that I can relate to, but I vibe them, I get them. This is somebody that I really want to work with. Whereas doing it the traditional way just takes a little bit longer. It's not that the traditional way is a bad way, it's just it takes a lot longer, so videos shortens that for you. So if you have some issue with cash flow, definitely the know, like, and trust factor is a way and a reason for you to start to use videos. Also, some clients may have this weird way of making a first impression, and it's not necessarily a great first impression. Maybe they're a little bit timid, so they're not posting as often as they should. And videos essentially will help your first impression be really momentous, because if you're using videos, you're able to show off your knowledge. So you're able to educate and inform your audience. And if that's the first thing that they're seeing, that's going to be definitely more memorable and helpful to you in the end, because they've been able to benefit from gathering whatever bits of information that they can from you. Another way is if you are, for whatever reason, playing small in your business. If you are afraid, and usually that's why you're playing small, is because there's some fear. I can totally relate to that. Even though I'm a video strategist, I've said this before, I am not comfortable being on camera. It has not been something that has ever been a part of my life. Even when I worked in videos in the past, I was always behind the camera. So I am not comfortable being the star or the person that's in front of the camera. So that usually is one of the main fears or things that people are apprehensive about when it comes to creating videos. I've heard, I don't like the way I sound, I don't like the way I look, I'm just not comfortable with that. And my advice with regards to that is that you just have to keep trying. It does get easier. Don't get me wrong, it's not like it goes away completely and you all of a sudden overnight become a news reporter or a TV star and you're very comfortable in front of the camera. It is still going to be a little nerve-wracking. You're still going to have those butterflies, but they're going to be good butterflies if you ask me. And I've been doing this now for a while, and I'm getting more and more at ease and more comfortable. I had an accountability meeting this morning, and I was telling my accountability partner that I actually am more comfortable doing live streaming than pre-recorded videos. And the main reason is because there seems to be a lot of pressure that you put on yourself regardless of who you are, because I experience it as well. And there's a tremendous amount of pressure that you tend to put on yourself when you're doing pre-recorded videos where you're like, I can't mess up, I can't mess up, I can't mess up. And then what happens? You mess up. You then have to start all over again. And so you end up doing multiple takes. Whereas with live streaming, I know I can fumble. I know I can pause longer than I'm supposed to. I know I can trip up my words. It's live. You guys expect it, so you're not expecting perfection, and that's cool. So for me, doing a live stream is a little less stressful for me. But in doing a live stream, the one thing that you have to remember is to keep on top of, if anybody is commenting, you need to make sure that you address all of the people that will come in by saying, please announce who you are or say hi or whatever. And then one thing that I was supposed to do was to please ask to share this if you think that this content is helpful to others in your network. Please feel free to share this. And if you want to get notified, please make sure to turn on the notifications for every time that I go live. So I should have said that at the beginning of this video, but hey, not perfect, I forgot. So another reason that some people will fear or put off doing videos is because they assume it's too complicated. They're like, I don't have the equipment. I just don't know all of the little elements that you need to put in to enable me to do a video. And the reality is that you don't have to start off with the thought process of, I have to create a Hollywood TV show. You're not doing that caliber of video. You are doing the main thing. Hey, Simone, thank you. The main thing that you're doing is you want to make sure that your message is getting conveyed and getting across to your audience. So all you really need to do is use your camera. Every camera phone nowadays is HD, and thanks. Every camera phone is HD, so you can use your camera to record whatever message it is that you want to convey. I'm right now recording from my desktop, and I'm using an external HD camera. I could use the one that's built into my computer, but it's not going to give you the best quality because it's not HD. So if you happen to have a built-in HD camera, go for it. Otherwise, you can purchase one for under $100. It's not going to cost that much if you want to do your recordings from your desktop. Behind me is a backdrop that I got from Amazon. Didn't cost that much. Thanks for the hearts, cuz it didn't cost that much. So it was like, probably this one was maybe about $20. I have another one that was like 12. So you don't really need to go broke in doing a lot of these. If you decide to use your phone, there are a lot of really good apps that you can use to record yourself, and then you can record yourself and do slight editing in those apps as well. Again, you don't need to have a degree. This isn't anything that's super complicated. It's literally downloading the app to your phone, opening up that app, recording yourself. When you're finished, you can then really just clip the very beginning and the very end, because that's usually where you would have any sort of errors. And if by some chance you need to do a retake, you can always do a retake, so it's not that big of a deal. And then you can upload it straight away to whether it's Facebook or to YouTube, wherever it is that you need that video to go. So it's really not complicated. Another reason some people use is that they think it's going to take too much time. And I know I have to be conscious of the amount of time that I'm taking as well when I'm doing videos or doing anything in my business, because there are certainly elements of the things that I have to do that I have to outsource, and then there are things that I actually enjoy doing. Video happens to be one of those things that I absolutely enjoy doing, so I would never even think to outsource that. You can outsource it to a certain degree, but nobody can replace who you are. So you're still going to, at bare minimum, need to know and be comfortable with recording yourself, because you need to get that message out and conveyed to your audience. So if you can at least do that, there are plenty of places that you'll be able to outsource your completed video so that they can then edit it and do whatever they need to do with it. With regards to, again, being uncomfortable being on camera, by all means, just practice. You can, what I offer as a recommendation to people are doing two things. One, depending on the niche that you're in, depending on exactly what it is that you do, you may need to just suck it up and recognize that you have to be on camera. Because if your brand is you, sorry, you have to be on camera. There's no way for you to avoid that. So the way that you can get comfortable with it is start doing Facebook live streams, or you can even do pre-recorded videos to your personal profile. Mainly because your personal profile will be consisting of your family and your friends, and they will always be supportive of you. Just like one of my cousins is on right now, and she's showing a lot of love to me. So I totally appreciate that. So you want to make sure that you're at work. So you want to make sure that you are sharing those videos with loved ones, with people that know you, that are going to be supportive until you can muster up the nerve to go live in a group that allows live streaming, for example. So that's one way that you can start to get comfortable, and particularly if you are your brand. People are going to need to see you, they're going to need to see your face, they're going to need to hear your voice, they're going to need to know from you by doing videos like this one that you know what you're talking about. So there's really no way to avoid that. But in taking baby steps, what I do advise is that you can also always attempt to educate when you are offering videos. So my philosophy is always, when in doubt, educate. So that means creating how-to videos. Now, my specialty of how-to videos are actually doing screen capture or screencast videos. Now, in the vast majority of those types of videos, you don't need to be in them. You can if you want to, but you don't need to be in them. But that is another way for you to get comfortable, where you can have a picture-in-picture and have yourself down in the lower right corner, and then share your screen, whether it's that you're showing them how to use a particular software or how to work your website, whether it be your membership site or some other type of site, as long as you're educating. So if you're uncomfortable in the beginning stages of being on camera, you can just do how-to videos using screen capture, or you can even use PowerPoint, just until you get comfortable. But I would actually, if again your brand is your name, you need to get out there. And it's easy for me to say, and I know hard for it to be executed by you if you are uncomfortable with this, but by all means, I think that you need to just take baby steps and do this, because this truly can benefit you in the end, because you need to get comfortable with it. And the more that you do it, the more at ease you will become. Now, when you are doing live streams, there are a lot of things that you have to sort of keep your eye on. You have to maintain eye contact on your comments, and then you also need to respond to those people, thank them, address their questions, and things of those nature. So it can be a little off-putting sometimes, but I would still try to do it just so that you can get comfortable, and just have little post-it notes in front of you, which is what I have. I have post-it notes just so that I can keep my train of thought flowing, and I know exactly what it is that I want to talk about. So also what I do is I focus my attention on anything that's dealing with video creation. So if you want to learn how to create different types of videos, I help my clients with that. And then I also help them with, once they've created the video, how to go about marketing them in general, and then specifically how to market them using YouTube. And the main reason for that is, I know when I first started, everybody was like, I want my video to go viral. I want it to go viral. And there is no such thing as having a magic recipe of all of the elements that you need to put into a video in order for it to go viral. So I try to impress upon my clients, don't try to go for the viral effect, really just try to go for the quality and content effect, and making sure that you're producing content that your audience wants to see, and therefore it's going to be easier to market those videos. A lot of people also think, oh, I can just slap that sucker up on YouTube and everybody's going to flock to see it, and I don't have to worry about that. And it's not as easy as that. YouTube is a powerful tool, but it's only a powerful tool if you use it correctly. So I hope that everybody enjoyed that info on what it is that I do as a video strategist. So if you're ready to conquer your fears, and you want to go from being an unknown entrepreneur to a visible expert, then go to the link that's in the description above, which is www.virtuallyinsync.com/learn more, to learn a little bit more about me, and also to schedule a strategy session if you want to talk to me more in depth. So I hope you guys found that helpful, and I will see you next time. Later, Gators.